Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with me, Cornish-Knight, as we press on with our main character, Gwen Ravenheart's journey into the darkness. And we have our companion, which is Kalisa. Let's see what we have on ourselves. So here's Gwen Ravenheart, a paladin. We've got a warhammer and a large shield. What's this? Gwen's pledge. Grants Gwen's pledge twice every rest. Per rest ability can be used for a set number of times before running out of uses. For example, an ability that has 3 uses per rest may only be used 3 times. Okay. And then we have to rest to get it back. Right, this item grants the ability to shield the wearer from myriad perils that plague the world of Aurora. Eora, an aspect of the god ethos. Gwyn represents the harvest of old age, symbolised here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. As Gwyn helps protect the dignity of old age, so too to his followers pledge to prevent the young lives from being harvested before their time. So what does it do? We get plus 15 endurance on use, okay. So let's equip that. And see here we have our defences. These 4 defences in the Pillars of Eternity: Deflection, Fortitude, Reflex and Will. Each defence is used to resist a different category of attack through the attack roll. Deflection is used to resist most direct weapon attacks or attacks that are similar to weapons. Fortitude opposes physical attempts to overpower a character or attack that with all the body internally, like poison. Physical area effect attacks like fire bolts and lightning bolts are resisted by reflex. Almost all mental attacks are opposed by will. Fortitude, reflex and will are all based on a pair of attributes. Might and constitution defines fortitude, dexterity and perception defines reflex, and intelligence and resolve defines will. Base deflection is defined by the character's class and resolve. All characters gain flat bonuses to their defences every level. Additionally, spells, abilities, afflictions and items can also modify the character's defense. So across everything we're relatively okay except for reflex. Damage reduction is, well, damage reduction says it reduces damage. You get most of it from armor. Damage reduction is subtracted, blah blah blah. Damage will never be reduced below 20%. Damage reduction value is usually derived from armor, but many creatures have natural damage reduction or can resist it through use of magic abilities, talents, or equipment. Note that many suits of armor and creatures will grant different damage reduction values against different damage types. Lower DI protection against less damage, making targets more vulnerable to attacks. Okay, so we have damage from crushing is a 5%. It's minus 50 ammo efficiency against crossing, and we get plus 50 from slashing, which makes sense because we're basically wearing chain mail. Yeah, mail. And what's this? Giant miniature space piglet. What? This tiny titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its enduring behaviour. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save your companionship. Okay. Fine. We haven't got anything else. We've got 100 gold. She hasn't got anything besides a torch and an axe. Scale armor. Interesting. Scale armor. It's not as good, but it gives you more protection against chill damage. That's interesting. The warhammer does crossing and piercing, which is interesting. Right, Gwen Ravenheart, level 1 paladin, fire godlike, rotary mercenary. Right, so this is all our stats. We're sick with something. Strange illness. This illness you've contracted near the ruins of Carlin Lys is characterised by simultaneous chills and intense flashes of warmth, as well as shortness of breath. The caravan master Odema identified it as a common illness, rumbling rot, but there's something strange about it. In spite of its symptoms, it does not feel like any sickness you've ever had before. Okay, so that reduces our constitution. Oh, yeah, concentration and fortitude. So we need to get that finished. We've got battle forged. Yeah, we've got a whole host of interesting things. We have our reputation has not gone up. This is the area where you can check out stuff like reputation and dispositions. Right, just basic stuff. And what's C? C's a level 1. C's a meadow folk. C's a level 1 fighter. The Drywood Explorer. Okay. Ah. Oh, we can change our portrait. That's cool. But let's just keep going for now. And our journal is... None of these are kicked off yet, except for the main one. A moment's respite. A sudden sickness has come over me. The caravan master has urged me to make a remedy before my condition worsens. Collect spring berries to concoct a remedy. The Gilded Vale. Gilded Vale is said to be one of the most prosperous villages in Drywood, full of opportunities for work and wealth. I was told they were offering land to new settlers. So that's where we're going. Journal. Right, that's our bibliography. Encyclopedia. No, we have many monsters, afflictions and injuries, and these will all tell us, man, there's a lot of injuries and afflictions. Deities. We won't go into all details now, and there's like lore and all that kind of stuff. Right. First off though, let's see if we can get anything open.
What you need?
Can you get it open? Right. She can't get...
Just say the word.
She can't get that open. Let's see if we can get it open, shall we? What's this? Light armor and lockpicks. Right.
Not a problem.
Good to know. Right. So we have one lockpick.
What you need?
I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think she has the characteristic for it. Yeah, neither of us have the characteristics for picking locks.
Yeah.
Right, let's see. Interactions. I mean, can we just hit it open?
Let's see what's in here.
Okay. Let's select both of them. Most people who encounter the world are neutral or friendly. They can be interacted with by clicking on the circle. Many characters simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have a large conversation to explore. The merchant Hayden has a conversation that opens store equipment for sale. Okay. So what's this? These tall glass screen pillars appear as if they sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing through them. You can turn this off. It's me. I'm holding down the tab button to get these up. It's things you can interact with. Right. We did pick up some armor. So she's currently armed with that. Scale armor, medium armor. That's drywood clothing. It's not worth very much.
Just say the word.
Right, let's go.
Anyone need supplies?
You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He is transfixed over by the ragged tear in the seams of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head and laughs when he notices you. He scratches his cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, and if he hasn't quite gotten used to saving on the road yet.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
He looks at his wagon and grins ruefully as he glances at Gwen. You might as well try. With an outlook like that, I'm sure you'll do well. If you think that these caravanners are prickly, watch out for those axe-wielding axe-wielders Audemars mentioned. Let's go with that one. He laughs. That's excellent advice indeed. You now have one rank in disposition. You now have one rank in a disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favoured by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Right. Tell me about the Adria Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners behind you. Why did you move all the way out here? Inquires Gwen.
Because it seemed friendlier than Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Adria colony, so it seems like a good place to start, and as much as I admire Red Seren's work ethic, they always struck me as a little fanatical. Seems like you got the short end of the stick, declares Gwen. I don't see it that way. Hoden begins restacking the crates into wagon. My brothers and I are all working together for the sake of family enterprise. Oh, let's see what you got, she mutters Gwen. Right. We'll sell that for 75 copper. Right, stores allow you to trade, sell items for copper pieces or items in store inventory. Merchants buy items from you at greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory at much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh their items. Right, so we've got 175 copper. What do we want? Get some lockpicks. Well, let's grab the greatsword. Yes, I like the idea of having a greatsword for Gwen. Or at least like have it on main like damage dealing, and then if we get swarmed, we can switch over to the sword and board. Okay. Take that back. And what do we need? We need what? 3 extra lockpicks? Or 2 extra lockpicks? Yeah, that will do. Right.
Not a problem.
Let's get up here. I'm just going to quickly fiddle with the sound. There we go. Right.
Let's see what's in here.
Yep, let's get it open. 3 lockpicks, let's get it open.
As promised.
What did we get? In our box of mystery as Gwen fiddles about. Potion of minor endurance. Oh, okay. So we've got this. You can also change your weapon sets. For example, if I wanted to, I could go and switch it over. I'll keep her with the great sword for now.
Just say the word.
So you see her running about with a great sword out. And our little moon pig, space pig from space. Isn't it a beautiful little fellow? Right, let's go and have a look at the world. The fallen tree doesn't budge, sap oozing from the jagged wound in its trunk.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Okay, someone cut that tree down and deliberately blocked our path. That's not a good sign. Right. Horses. Yeah, what's this? Orland's Cradle. Crafting. So we can make food, that's cool. There's so much stuff to make in this game. You can make food, you can make potions. Food's actually really useful. It gives you like bonuses and stuff, so it's actually worth making it. We can make potions, we can make scrolls. We didn't get anything, I don't think, from oh, we got ingredients, okay. I don't think anyone in here has the necessary talents for making it. And some stuff we don't have the recipes for. Ah, there we go. Details named by Redrician settlers who came upon the mushrooms in the forest. This thick flat fungal grows upon large bases of large trees. Okay. You really do need to be like on top of what you're doing in this game. It's not a forgiving game. Right, so it's the dead of night. My character's sick, I better get out into the world and try and find stuff. Exploration is the key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the eastern reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to explore what's left unexplored. Okay. Right. Here's the local map. I like this hand-drawn style of it. It's very Baldur's Gate. Here we are. There's Horden, the trader.
Yeah.
There's Sparfell.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere. There's a grove nearby. Ought to have what you're looking for.
Okay. Let's see if she can get an answer out of him.
There's a grove nearby.
Just
Ought to
say
have
the
what you're
word.
looking for.
Great, so he's not useful at all. Let's go up this way into the darkness and the gloom. Ooh, collectible resource. Amethyst white. Right? This path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came. Grooves in the road
Shouldn't
mark.
stray too far.
Nah, sorry. Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans. So this is a well-trodden route.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pause real-time system. Because you often manage more than one character at the time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and then resume real-time to see the orders played out. The option menu has also contains many choices for automatically pausing when certain conditions are met, i.e. the start of combat. Right. So... that gives us this. That's the stuff in our inventory. Slame of Devotion. Let's try hitting that. And knock down. Sub the enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone and causing additional damage. Yeah, let's try that.
Just say the word.
One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement attack from the enemy. Engage them. Your character will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them in melee. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit and is more likely to occur when you're attacking. When the attacker's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage would do more damage on a crit. Attacks that inflict status effects and afflictions with increased duration on a crit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect. Okay. So here we go. Kalisa knocked the young wolf for 15 crossing damage. Yeah. She interrupted the wolf. And Cassandra knockdown hits the wolf prone for basically 6 seconds. Is it dead? Gwen, yeah, there we go. Grenraven Heart Flame of Devotion hits the young wolf for 13 slashing damage. Party gains 28 experience, bestiary progress, young wolf 33%, and we killed the young wolf. Right, so the young wolf is dead.
Just say the word.
Let's loot the wolf.
Can do.
Is there anything here? There's something over here.
This is it.
Mercenary, Kalisa. It looks like you've seen your share of action. Okay, sorry. As you receive quests, your journal will update to relevant information. If you get stuck, open it to read your notes. You look like you've seen your share of action. What you do? What did you do before coming here? Right, so we get. I was a war veteran. I was a blade for hire. I used to go on adventures and expeditions, whatever paid. I was a constable. War veteran. Since he's supposed to be like. Since he was like supposed to be like a black, a bleak. It's actually not a bleak. I keep thinking he's a black paladin. He's not. He's basically a bleak walker. I was blade for hire. Let's go there as a blade for hire. Actually, no. Let's go with I'm a war veteran. Yeah. How is it that you happened to come here? I fought for the wrong side. Didn't need the reminder. I fought beside people far better than me, but somehow I'm the only one who made it out. I can't reconcile that. All I know is war, and maybe this is my way out. Maybe this is just the way to the next one. Let's go with that one. You've got a lot on your mind then. Hopefully things work out in the end, but in my experience they don't always. Kalisa breathes into her surroundings. It's been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Roderick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of the lot. It's a hard offer to pass up. No, I'm just passing through. No, let's go with like, no, I'm just passing through, mutters Gwen. That's usually the case with the big city, just a little ways further up the same road. Where you headed? Nowhere special, just putting as much time and distance between me and my old life as I possibly can. I'm going to continue on to the city, see where that takes me. I'll probably wander for a while, somewhere I can make money. Let's go with somewhere where I can make some money. Ah, a woman after my own heart. May your luck be better than mine. Anyway, declares Kalisa, I'm wasting time here. Odomar will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Right, so we can just answer some questions. Why are you even here? Inquires Gwen. Kalisa sighs unevenly, her eyes searching the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that got me a little worried. Haven't seen her in ages, declares Kalisa. Been doing guide work in Amaxtil. But I'll do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so here I am, and we'll see. Odomar I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. What can you tell me about the Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Idrian Empire, broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess, a lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. There's an uneasy trauma in her voice, she adds. I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Oh, okay, that's weird. Lots of unnatural births. Okay, what are we getting ourselves in for? Tell me about yourself. Kalisa shrugs. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in the Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Ruatai and another in Adria. My sister is in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath for that spa fella's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. You should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you some water. Right, we've collected the spring berries and to concoct a remedy, find Sparfell. Rightio. Yeah, they're in our quest items. So this is your stats where you can put stuff that's not on your character. See here. Found on tall, distinctly shaped shrubs, these large berries are both sweet and fragrant, used in a variety of medicines, not only to obscure the taste. Right. Well, Scarbles has gone. And said the river was down in this direction. And as they said, we should keep an eye out and explore properly. In case there's anything interesting. See, seems to be ruins down here. There's a deer. If only I had a bow. Wait, what? Oh, there's dead bodies all over the place. Travellers maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad signs anywhere you figure. The corpse is cold to the touch, and the ripe smell wafts from its putrid waves. A dark, crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple living clothing. Right, so we've got that. Nothing on them. The pig sniffling about. And there's more dead bodies here, and they've been dead for a while. Okay, this is not good. There seems to be what's left of a bridge that's collapsed. Let's go along this way. And that's a dead end. We can't get any further. We can get further. But now it's a dead end. Okay. Thank goodness we have a torch. We wouldn't be able to see anything. Right. Let's get over this bridge. Come, space pig. There's a satchel of some kind.
What a surprise. Sparfel went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Use the tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment. Okay, so that's what we've been doing. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisa waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her looking up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the nearby trees emerged Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with laboured breath.
Sparfel, are you all right?
Declares Kalisa as she frowns. Sparfell toe catches a rock and he collapses forward in a heap. A feathered shaft of an arrow planted behind his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
We're surrounded. Right. We have to get back to the camp. I'm going after the archer. You knock this guy off his feet.
Just say the word.
When a party member takes damage, they will start to lose endurance and health. Their portrait will begin to fill with a red out overlay, and the health bar to the left of their portrait will slowly start to decrease. When the portrait fills entirely with red, the character will be knocked out. Potions And spells can be used to restore endurance to keep characters in the fight, but health can only be restored by resting. Right, so her health is fine, is it? My endurance is a bit starting to go down a little bit. Second wind I have. Ooh, nice hit. Gwen hits him for a good amount of damage. He's really beginning to bleed. So she's knocked him off his feet. Just keep beating on him. Now our turn to come back around. Ooh, I get to take a nasty hit. Gwen Fallen Hunter hits Gwen for 1 piercing damage. It's only 1 piercing damage. Knock him on his ass again. Gwen interrupts. She interrupts me. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating enemies to damage reduction. When an attack hits, DR will wipe all but small percentage of that incoming damage. You hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed. Note the damage type. Take heed. You'll note the damage type that's being blocked and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different type of damage. Okay. I mean, we're hitting for good amounts of damage. But I missed. Right, get down here and hit her. Oh, it's a bloke, is it? We hacked through him. Yeah, her health isn't great. Her stamina's a bit down as well.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Right, we'll chuck... take everything.
I'm on it.
Man, we need to get back to camp. But first... The footprints around the campfire are indistinguished and may have been here for days or longer. What's this? It's a bottle of alcohol. Ooh, beer. Alright, we can't take any more of that. Yeah, that's all gone.
Just say the word.
Right, so that's everyone.
Leave it to me.
We'll quickly just scout the riverbank to see if there's anybody else here, and then we'll rush back to base. Ooh, mushrooms. Quickly grab them. Deer cap. Okay. Come, Sky Pig. The Adventures of Gwen Ravenheart and Sky Pig. Sounds like a 1980s cartoon. Right. We need to get back to base. You don't get XP for killing stuff in this game. You only get XP for completing missions, folks. So being super aggressive won't help us. But as we're just here, you can see our reputation and stuff has changed. Party reputation. I hear sound of combat. Uh-oh. Gwen Hunt. Okay, there's a bunch of them. You go for the hunter. And you go for him.
What you need?
Uh-oh. Dagnabbit. They blocked us and got Kalisa with a shot. Okay, you hit him. And you hit him.
What you need?
Oh, they knocked her off her feet. That's not good. Come on, get up. Get up. They're really beating on us. Swing. Swing, Gwen. We killed them. We'll both beat him up. We blocked it. We're managing to block a lot of their attacks. Yeah. Not a lot of damage is getting through, which is good. Alright, take it all. Oh, we can't put it in the stash. Add it to the stash there.
Just say the word.
Right, what on earth is going back on at base? Everybody's dead. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travellers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Khalees puts the back of her hand onto her mouth as if to ward off some of the poisonous vapour. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if they were half-splitten logs, one of them towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognise as Horden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, the Garlathan leader declares. Lay down your arms, trespassers. Do not forfeit this man's life for the fight you will lose. Right, so we can go. Why do you have this? We have Law 1, which says the ruins are not sullied by our hands, men of Glenfath. We're not trespassers, we're merely wishing to pass through. Don't know what you did, but I don't have anything to do with it. Murderers, you will pay for each life. You will try to kill us all either way. Why make it easy? Let's go with this. Let's try Law. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes, but must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them, they mean to kill us all, declares Horden. We are innocent of this, we will not listen to reason. Might, we can get this as a result because we have high enough might. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while the strong one yet lives. We can't do perception, we can do intelligence. You can kill me, you can kill him, but you might as well kill yourself. We do athletics, rust the man before he can react. Lord, judging by the string of animal teeth on your neck, I'm guessing you are worshippers of Galarwin. If Galarwin told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Put down your weapons. Very well. Let him go. Let's try athletics. Rush him before he can react. Athletics 2. You're surprised. Garlathan leader with athletics 2. Your surprising speed catches the men off guard. He hurls Horden out of the way and hopes to buy himself time to defend your charge. Right. Here we go. You go for the leader. You go up there and knock him off. So it's just dual wielding knives, is he? Okay. You blind him.
Just say the word.
Ah, excellent. Okay, so he's blinded. So you can focus on attacking him. He's down. Knock him off, and we'll hit him again with another power strike to finish him off. Yes, we killed the leader. And I want to see what this weapon does. I haven't been using it yet. Oh, he's taking a nasty hit. Keep stabbing him. Keep ganging up on him. Ooh, we burnt him alive. Dang. Okay. Is there anybody left? Gothan leader. Your enemy lies spun on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent amongst the other dead. His breath comes in a wheezing fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but the sky above you. Forgive us, he splutters. Barely audible beneath his choking sounds, a whisper of the wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good, the gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rendering you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across his chest and bow, Odomar's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks at you directly.
Get inside! Run!
Roars the caravan master as he glances at the three of you. We have to go, folks. Oh boy, this is weird. Oh, it's a bailiwick, the thing they warned us about. It's going to suck out all the souls. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands into the worn folds of the weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hayden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by an earlier hesitation. As he nears the face of the rock, one of the fallen attackers who has been feigning death lunges for Hayden and topples him to the rocky ground. Restrained, Hayden lashes out against his fatigue assailant, but struggles to break his hold. As they are close to you, despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Allow Hayden to break free of his attack. We haven't got dexterity. Let's throw a weapon. I mean, what do we have out? I think we have our hammer out. I don't want Hayden to be hurt because it'd be a pain if he does. So let's just throw a weapon at him. Your aim is true, and you hit jars Hayden loose. Launched to your feet, Hayden clambers up the base of the rock. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from the sockets. They hold just long enough for Hayden to set his foot and join you on the tumbling ledge. There's a deep Sorry folks, it's a bit noisy for me. There's a deep resonance to the swelling winds now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would swallow the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menacing the old stones above you, the loosening connections and settling balance as you dart beneath the old archway and enter a portal, and the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Declares Hayden as his words come between wheezing gasps.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
A moment's respite, and thus begins the next mission. And we have XP. My strange illness is still with me. Escape from the ruins. But that's going to be for next time, folks. I've been Cornish-Knight. This has been Pillars of Eternity, with the ongoing story of Gwen Ravenheart and her competent companions. And I shall see you all next time, folks, on the next episode. Goodbye.